What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns reviewing Lowriders Custom Classics, which came out on Tuesday on Grand Theft Auto Online for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Alright, so let me know below in the comment section, what did you think of Lowriders Custom Classics? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you not care one way or the other? Chime in below in the comments section. So what we're going to do with this review video is the same thing I do with all of them concerning new DLCs. We're going to go over the pros, all the stuff I liked, the cons, the things I didn't like, then of course the final verdict regarding the new update. Now before we get started, I want to apologize for not getting this video up sooner. Usually I try to get them up about 8 a.m. Central Time in the US. But sometime Wednesday afternoon, my lawn guy was trimming some of my bushes, and my cable line runs from the pole through the bush to my roof where it connects and hooks up my internet and my TV, and he accidentally cut my hard line. So I've had to wait ever so patiently for Comcast to get out here and reattach my line. I've been waiting since Wednesday afternoon. And the good news is I'd already uploaded my Discuss Ammunition video for yesterday, so I was okay there. The bad news is I was unable to get online to do any gaming on the Xbox One or PlayStation 4 because I had no internet. But at least I don't miss out on binge watching Season 2 of Daredevil this weekend. Oh yeah. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get to it, shall we? The pros regarding the Lowriders Custom Classic update. First off, we got 3 new Lowriders. Each came with a ton of customization mods, such as the Slam Van Custom, the Faction Donk, and of course the Virgo Classic Custom. And there's also new wheel types at Benny's Bespokes. I believe that's how you pronounce that. So we got some new wheel types, as well as 3 new vehicles at Benny's. 2 weapons. Yes, we got 2 new weapons. The double barrel shotgun, aka the boomstick, and the compact rifle. Clothing wise, we got over 120 new Lowrider themed clothing items, and some of them look really good, like the new hoodies, the work jackets, the work shirts. All of them look sweet. And 16 new tattoos, 3 new actions: You Loco, Finger Kiss, and Peace. Then, of course, we also got 3 new hairstyles, as well as a brand new adversary mode, Sumo, which I've had a lot of fun playing. In fact, before my internet got cut Wednesday afternoon, I was playing with Chrome, Blizz, and Dramatic on the PlayStation 4, and we had a good time playing all 4 Sumos. So definitely, it's one of those hit or miss things. Some of the adversary modes are really good, some of them suck, but Sumo was a lot of fun. Then, of course, with all the updates, one of the big pros is all the patches and fixes Rockstar makes to the game within the update. By the way, if you want to check out the fixes and patches, because there were a ton of them, that Rockstar support article is linked below in the description section. So a few of them I'll mention is a new mode for anyone being griefed by like trolls in free mode. It's called Ghosted Mode. And if somebody keeps killing you over and over again and you haven't been able to put any damage on them, you have an option for 2 minutes to go into kind of a passive mode to where they cannot kill you. The next change, which I mentioned in yesterday's Discuss video, the weapons and ammunition have been rearranged and kind of moved around and squeezed together. Now, in some aspects, I like it because they put all the pistols together, they put all the explosives together, but at the same time, when you look at the weapons wall itself, it just feels like everything's just crammed so close together. And it's pretty obvious that ammunition is running out of room on the weapons wall. But at the same time, it does look like it's more feasible having the melee weapons over there in the melee weapons section down in that little cabinet, along with the pistols in the pistols cabinet. And then, of course, explosives over in the explosives cabinet, except for the Molotov cocktail, which, to be honest, I don't know why Rockstar still hasn't added the Molotov cocktail to ammunition, even though we've had it in the game since the launch back in October 2013. And of course, all the other, guns and rifles, shotguns, SMGs, LMGs, sniper rifles, the heavy weapons, all that up on the two main walls. So it definitely does make more sense where Rockstar put everything weapon-wise and ammunition, but at the same time, it's pretty obvious that they're running out of room. And the final mention I'm going to discuss regarding the patches and fixes. You now have two ways to go about unlocking all the contact missions. Now, there used to be only one way. You had to rank up to a certain rank in order to play, Rooftop Rumble or Trash Talk. But now all you gotta do is be invited to play Rooftop Rumble, Trash Talk, Los Santos Connection, etc. And once you complete that contact mission for the very first time, doesn't matter what your rank is, it automatically unlocks for you, which will definitely make it easier for new gamers to earn more money, and rank up in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now we're moving on over to the cons, because with all these updates, there's always cons to go along with the pros. You cannot have one without the other. Now, my critique regarding the Slam Van Custom, even though it's probably one of my favorites of the three new rides, is the fact that I was disappointed about there being no option, no ability to make your Slam Van Custom look similar to the quote-unquote Lost Slam Van, which is featured in several high setup missions. And I think that sucks, to be honest, because I was expecting you to go into Benny's, and once you made the Slam Van a custom, you could go down to, say, the spoiler section or one of the options, and then you could just add that part to the back of the Slam Van. And obviously it wouldn't look identical to the Lost Slam Van. You wouldn't be able to get the Lost wraps, but at the same time, a lot of people want that body that the Lost Slam Van happens to have. So I'm very disappointed that the Lost Slam Van does not have that as an option in the mod section. Next, we go to weapons. Overall, I thought the double barrel shotgun was awesome. It's definitely a very OP weapon. My only wish regarding the double barrel shotgun, because it got almost everything else right, including the ability to shoot it while riding around on motorcycles. I think that's sweet looking. Riding around blasting fools on your boomstick while you're on a hog. It's epic. The issue I have with the double barrel shotgun is the fact that you have no option to pick between firing two shots or firing one shot at a time. But that's a minor issue. Now, regarding the compact rifle, I just think it absolutely sucks. I mean, yeah, it holds 60 rounds of ammo, but it is weak compared to two other rifles already in the game, like the bullpup rifle and the special carbine rifle. So I would save my money and I would stay far away from the compact rifle. But the boomstick kicks all kinds of ash. Had to throw that one in there. Okay, so my next con is all about Lowrider Fatigue. Now, when the first Lowrider came out in November, we only had, 6 Lowriders at Benny's, and I always expected Rockstar to eventually continue to add more Lowriders, but not more installments of the Lowriders DLC. For example, like in a DLC, occasionally you get various types of vehicles, like supercars, the sports cars, etc. You don't get nothing but supercars or nothing but sports cars. You get a few different ones mixed in. And that's how I saw the future updates, that every now and then Rockstar would throw in an additional lowrider or two along with all the other vehicles and weapons and clothing options to future updates. So I felt like it was a better strategy for Rockstar to simply pepper in new lowriders with future DLC. So I was surprised when Rockstar actually came out with a second installment of the Lowrider series, Lowriders Customs Classic. And I will say this, I think that there's a lot of really good content in this update, but at the same time, it just feels like Rockstar's been there, done that, okay? An update with Lowriders and, of course, Lowrider clothing and everything Lowrider themed. I mean, really? I mean, is it a deja vu thing going on here? I just don't understand it, because not everybody that plays Grand Theft Auto Online is into lowriders. Now, I kind of like them. I mean, I'm not a big fan of lowriders. I enjoy the fact that you can have a whole bunch of different variations and options, interior as well as exterior wise for these vehicles. And I also really like the fact that Rockstar is most likely going to add more non-lowrider vehicles, similar to the Sultan RS and the Banshee 900R to Benny somewhere down the road. I think that's cool, but at the same time, I feel like that we've already been there when it comes to lowriders. I don't have an issue with lowriders per se, but at the same time, I don't think we need any more Lowrider DLCs. Just add a couple Lowriders with future updates here and there. That way you make everybody happy because, as I mentioned, there's a lot of people that play Grand Theft Auto Online and not everybody is into Lowriders. Now, I normally don't go over leaks or rumors or code or any of that crap because most of the time it turns out to be fake. But so far it has been confirmed with video proof out there floating around YouTube that there's already 3 other Lowrider vehicles in the game that are currently locked, such as the Sabre Turbo, the Tornado, and the Minivan Customs. And eventually, Rockstar is going to add these 3 lowriders to Grand Theft Auto Online. All they got to do is simply unlock them in the tunables. They don't have to do a new update, but at the same time, I don't get why they didn't just add those 3 lowriders to Benny's at the same time this past Tuesday, along with the Slam Van Custom, Faction Donk, and Virgo Classic Custom. It makes me feel like either A, Rockstar is trying to stretch things out and make content last a little longer, so they're breaking things up and putting a little DLC here and a little DLC there because they're working on something really big, hopefully, or Rockstar is simply running out of ideas and content, which would be really sad for everybody that still plays Grand Theft Auto Online. So I don't know when this is going to happen, but eventually, whether it's a week or a month from now, Rockstar is going to unlock the other 3 lowriders for us to finally purchase at Benny's, even though all 3 are technically already in the game. And my final con regarding the Lowriders Custom Classic update is the fact that we did not get a St. Paddy's Day surprise. I mean, come on. I realize that it's not exactly a holiday everybody celebrates, but it's not really a traditional holiday anymore because originally you had to either be Irish, Catholic, or both in order to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. But now it's all about having a good time, drinking, marching in parades. So I'm surprised that Rockstar did not put any Irish t-shirts like "Kiss Me, I'm Irish," or like with 4-leaf clovers or 3-leaf clovers, or some leprechaun outfits, maybe some new Patrick's Day themed beer hats. That would have been funny. But alas, we got no St. Paddy's Day content, which is kind of sad. Anyway, so we've gone over the pros and the cons, and this is my final verdict regarding the Lowriders Custom Classic update. It is a very decent DLC, and it's bigger than I thought it was because Monday night when we got that update from Rockstar in the Newswire, it made it seem like all we were getting was 3 rides. But along with the 3 rides, the Slam Van Custom, Faction Donk, and Virgo Classic Custom, we also got 2 weapons, over 120 pieces of clothing, and 16 tattoos, as well as 3 new actions and 3 hairstyles, along with the new adversary mode, sumo, and all the various patches and fixes. So it was better than I thought it was going to be. But at the same time, it is a sequel that doesn't necessarily live up to the original. It's more like a Dead Man's Chest and not exactly Empire Strikes Back or 2 Towers. Movie reference aside, it seems pretty obvious that we're going to be getting a 3rd Lowrider update because of the fact that there's 3 locked vehicles already in the game, which means there might also be locked clothing, maybe even a weapon or so, just waiting to be unlocked by Rockstar, which means that there's going to be a Lowriders trilogy here. And to be honest, some trilogies really aren't necessary. Now, bear in mind, like I always try to do in all these reviews, these updates from Rockstar are quote-unquote free. So we always have to remember that. But at the same time, I really feel like the Lowriders and all the clothing could have simply been peppered into other updates down the road. And hopefully Rockstar is actually working on something really big to be released in the next month or so, which could very well explain why Rockstar has been releasing small updates every month, like the January 2016 update in late January, then of course in February with Be My Valentine, and most recently with the Lowriders Custom Classics update. So hopefully Rockstar is doing that just to give us something each month, even though it's a little thing, just holding us over as an appetizer for the main course coming up in 2016. At least I hope that's the case. Then again, the fact that we're getting smaller updates and Rockstar's having to break up the second Lowriders update into 2 separate updates, hopefully that's not a sign of the way things are going in Grand Theft Auto Online, which means the end might be nigh concerning future updates. Maybe this is the last year we'll see new DLCs for Grand Theft Auto Online. Or Rockstar simply is working on something really big to come out sometime in late spring, early summer, perhaps around E3. Whatever the case may be, we will find out sooner or later.